That's right. To give them the flux. To give them the flux.
These rappers is shucking and jiving and stuff, getting self in the shit that they can't get out of. Fucking up, here go the flux. A display of lyrics and patents and rhythms by Side and Young Buck.
For viewers' discretion is only factual, non-fiction, homie. The ruler, the thumb sticking out cause you know me. Federal, pimp lock the block, you can't hold me. Situation getting heavy, ammo get low, need my homie, what's up?
Well, your homie right on you, you know from the fly. Going up on these bitches is devious as we gon' get on this shit. Let's talk, let's not sit on this shit. We the shit on this shit, they just spit on this shit.
So much psychodramatic, havoc, get this bit crazy, the range you with it, this shit. Buck inside is the physicist. Belligerent, feel it, cause we ignorant. Nigga, y'all in it, the flux is the subject of weight and adrenaline, the feel of bitch. Side the medic, buck the relic, and drama that did it to him once again. The chance that you get, change to your face, and the blood to the covers, undisputed bitch.
And again, to the end of the pen, be worse than this sin against men. I'm feeling fenced in. From birth, saw the light of the earth, and I've been fucked up since then. This fusion, clenching, the might get that bitch contusions. It's two of Chicago's fucking gruesome. Introducing to you the flux.
What up, OTS family? Your boy is taking over a certain somebody's basement. Who's gonna stop me? Let's get into it.
To the rap, floating in the ink pen, breathing and blinking as I lead you to the brink and push you off in the deep end of the issue. Out of the realm of reaching, you ain't gonna know what the fuck they hit you cause you sleeping. Chicago up in your motherfucking shit, here to show you how worse of it fucking get. Don't play by books, I'm really up in it, burning the rules. Fuck that instruction shit.
What is going on, fam? My name is Jesse, a.k.a. your very own, one and only Chitown Smark. Wishing you all a happy holidays and welcome to my friend's mother's basement as we take over tonight because I'll be honest with you guys as to exactly why JD is not here tonight. JD is still missing. JD is still missing. No one has seen JD ever since the hologram incident on Wednesday night. Now, if you did not catch Wednesday's Dynamite stream with me and hologram, apparently, JD was kidnapped and taken hostage. No one's seen him since. I talked to his mother upstairs. She hasn't seen him either. All right. I was here via StreamYard, and I had to do the show with hologram. I hope he doesn't get me next for that one. Crap. But nonetheless, I rushed right over, ran over here to the basement to come to find this guy, and no sign of him. Now, I had one of two options. I could have called the cops, started a search, began an investigation, tried to figure out where this guy is. Or I could watch SmackDown and bring it to you guys live here tonight. So, in an effort to not mess up the flow of your wrestling intakes for the week, your boy is here covering SmackDown. Thank you guys for joining me here. I'm appreciative of everyone. Let's have some fun tonight. What do you guys say, man? SmackDown, how was it? Oh, it was a tape show. We all know. But I'll say this, okay? as far as it being a taped show, I think it served the purpose it was meant to serve. All right. For anyone who is upset or not happy about the show and why it's taped, you got to keep one thing in mind, man. We go through a couple of episodes a year so these guys and girls can go spend the holidays with their family. Okay? If us watching the recorded show means that they get to spend time with their loved ones, they get to rest, they get to relax, they get to not travel, it's worth it. It's worth it. I think creative did a decent job at putting together a show that wouldn't break the internet with spoilers, but unfortunately that means at the same time, not a lot of story progression happened here tonight. Kind of as we expected, which is the reason why a lot of us don't really care for the pre-recorded shows, because once the spoilers get out there, people tend to not watch, things like that. So essentially what WWE gave us was a little bit better than a house show. Okay. And seriously, it is what it is, guys. I mean, we got to hear from the Bloodline, the new Bloodline, segment was fine. It was okay. All Solo did was pretty much come out and address the challenge that Roman put out there for Solo. They took the opportunity to have Solo come out, have him look strong, have him look like a leader. I kind of still feel like they're still chasing that unicorn. I still feel like that they are still trying to make Solo a bigger deal for Roman. I feel like he might not be as, I don't want to say not as over, because Solo is over, okay? But I don't think that he's quite the Thanos that they were hoping that they would have him built up to be for Roman to take down. You know what I'm saying? If you take a second to look at the progress and the ascension of Solo Sikoa, it was pretty fast. He kind of breezed through NXT. He got the call up right away. He's involved with the most important storyline in the company. He did that for a little while, and then right away, all of a sudden, boom, he's the head of the company. Well, not the company. He's the head of the Bloodline. A part of the most important storyline in the company right now. So it was quite fast. All right. I mean, we know why. It all makes sense. But at the same time, he didn't quite get the aura that they were probably hoping for. The messed up part is that Jacob Fatu kind of instantly got that aura. When he came up, he flew right through. He didn't go to NXT, came right to the main roster as he should, but he came across like an absolute killer. He came across as someone that could be a very strong opponent for Roman. But they already took all of their time and effort to build up Solo. So it was kind of it wouldn't be a smart move to audible and switch over to Jacob. I mean, and still, they can visit that down the road. There's nothing stopping them from visiting that down the road. So we got Solo, the new head of the table. They're trying to make it very believable to us, the fans, that Solo is a viable threat to Roman, and that's admirable. I like their attempt. I like their gumption right there, if you will. But who are we kidding? Who are we kidding? Who honestly looks at Solo as a complete viable threat to take down Roman? I feel like it's done a good job at passing the time. Apparently, from current reports, it's not even something that they're looking to pay off at WrestleMania, which would make the most sense if Solo had gotten over as much as they would have liked him to. You know, there's the rumor floating around that they're lining up Punk for Roman. All right. That's an option as well. They have quite a few options they can roll with Roman. As of WrestleMania last year, we thought we were gonna get Roman and The Rock. You know, that was teased. They also teased us Rock and Cody. They did a lot of Rock teasing. Just for all of a sudden we get news that The Rock will not be involved in this year's WrestleMania at all. I'm not sure how much I buy that one, but that information is out there. Maybe it's true, maybe it's not. Maybe it's semi-true. Maybe there's a chance he might not be able to make WrestleMania. Maybe. Maybe they'll wait until they get some more information that they need to make that call. But in the meantime, it's about time to start planning WrestleMania if they haven't already. We got the Rumble coming up next month. If we go into the Rumble and they don't know exactly what they want to do for WrestleMania, that's not a good thing. Because right away, the fans will let you know what they want for WrestleMania. We know that for a fact. The fans will definitely let you know what they want to see for WrestleMania, especially come Rumble season. All right? So they need to have an extremely clear picture as they book the Rumble, because the outcome of the Rumble is going to start giving fans the idea, as it should, of what the main event of WrestleMania is going to be. If it's something that they don't like, history has shown us. They'll let us know. They'll let you know. They'll let you know if they like it, don't like it, indifferent about it. They'll let you know, and they'll do it loudly. So I'm hoping they know where they're going with this, because if they don't, that can kind of backfire if it kind of looks like they're just throwing something together. But the good news is they do have a lot of options, a lot of viable options. They got quite a few people that could be tossed into the main event scene with a strong performance at the Royal Rumble and at Elimination Chamber. So that is the good news with it. It's always cool to have some kind of mystery, you know. I never liked that. Who remember when they did Cena versus Rock, and they announced it a year in advance? Remember that? Remember when we knew a year in advance that Cena and Rock were going to main event WrestleMania? Let's be honest. The build wasn't that cool, was it? Everything that leads into WrestleMania, it just felt like it was diminished by a little bit. Every big thing that happened when we were like, oh, it'd be nice to get this. Oh, that's right. We're getting Cena and Rock. You know, then we get the Rumble, like, ooh, what if we, oh, that's right. Getting Cena and Rock. You know, it feels like they, even if they wanted to do Cena and Rock, I don't remember if this Cena and Rock with the 1 year build, I don't remember if it was the first one or the second one. I think it was the first one. Because they did the once in a lifetime build for it, right? And then right away gave us twice in a lifetime, which was amazing. You know, who would have thunk that one? I think they saw the dollar signs in the match, and they let that run away with their creative. So instead of just going ahead and giving us a story and a road to get to Cena and Rock, it was the first one, yeah. Instead of just giving us the story to get to Cena and Rock to WrestleMania, they just lifted the curtain and said, this is what it is. I'm sure it did great financially, but creatively, it must have really sucked going through that year already knowing what the WrestleMania main event was. So I like that they have a little bit of mystery and intrigue. It's always good to have a little bit of intrigue going into WrestleMania season. Not only that, you can kind of gauge the fans. Let the fans tell you who's hot. Let the fans tell you who they want to see the most. You know, there's nothing better. The best WrestleMania moments are the ones that the fans really, really, really want to see. I mean, all around. There's no exceptions. Like maybe 1-2% of people. Daniel Bryan being inserted into WrestleMania. Everybody wanted that. Everybody wanted it because Bryan earned it, you know? And it would have been a complete tragedy to leave him out. So he was put in. It's great. So we got a lot of mystery. We got a lot of mystery leading into WrestleMania. And it's not a terrible thing. Is Rock going to be there? What's Cody going to do? What's going on with Punk and Roman? If we do Punk and Roman, I'm pretty sure we're not turning Roman heel again. So we're going to get a heel Punk. So I'm assuming you don't want to do face, tweener face. There's no tweener face. There's no tweener / baby face in the WrestleMania main event. Because come that moment, someone is the heel. Someone is getting just all the heel heat, whether they like it or not. So they better come up with a decision on who's going to do what, because the fans will quickly let you know at a WrestleMania main event who the damn heel is, you know? But we'll get into the show. We'll get into the show in a minute. First, I want to thank you guys for joining me here on this fine evening. Man, if you're not following me on Twitter, what is wrong with you, bruh? Follow me on Twitter at Chitown Smark. I get on from time to time. I've been on more lately than in recent weeks, you know, but I am on Blue Sky. Blue Sky is a lot lighter for my social media palette, all right? Join me on Instagram. The ad is right here on my luxurious desk, as you can see. Also, I am on TikTok now. Man, I can't believe I'm on TikTok, man. Unbelievable. Your boy is on TikTok. Follow me there. I am doing shorts now. The Precious Collision Corner is being uploaded in shorts as fast as I can get through them. So I appreciate all of your patience there. If you have not checked out any of the previous content, man, go check it out. Go check it out. I did some watch-alongs here and there. I got a couple of ideas. I'm aware that sitting and watching a watch-along that's not live is not the most entertaining thing to do. If you're watching it live and you're watching that event with me at the same time, it's kind of cool. But if it's already done, it's already over, going back and watching a watch-along is probably not all that fun. But what if I took a 2-hour watch-along, condensed it to all of the interesting parts, and maybe put it out there in like a 10, 15-minute video? It'll be more or less just for the lulz, just for the memes, and upload that as a video by itself. I thought that might kind of be cool. So I might take a look into that. We're going to continue with the Collision Corner shorts and the TikToks. I think that'd be fun. I think that'd be fun. What do you guys think? I don't know. But until we find JD, and if you're just joining us, JD is missing. He has not been seen since Wednesday's Dynamite review, when Hologram apparently kidnapped him. My heart goes out. But until then, I'm sitting right here in his mom's basement. Maybe when I get done, maybe I'll go upstairs and hang out with his mom. Don't tell him I said that. You guys are going to tell him I said that. Don't tell him I said that. Let's get into Friday night SmackDown. Quaz, you snitch. You Friday Night SmackDown kicks off with Solo Sikoa and the Bloodline coming out. Solo was flanked by his crew. You got Jacob, and we got my God, which one of the? I think we got Tongaloa. That's another thing too, bro. That's another thing about Tamatonga and Tongaloa. When they came out individually, they felt like a big deal. But now that they're out together, and especially since Jacob Fatu showed up, I have a hard time telling which one is which. They are just a tag team. There's nothing special about them individually anymore at all. They remind me of the Usos back in the day. They remind me of the who. You know? Who remember that? Who's the OG to that Usos, man? They kind of remind me of them. They have no individuality anymore, you know? Solo has his, Jacob Fatu has his, but the Gorillas, man, they're fine together. I mean, they just feel like a tag team and not individual stars. So we'll see what they plan on doing with them after this whole Bloodline stuff runs through. That's another thing too. Where does this Bloodline stuff go? You know what I mean? So when this is all over, when Roman and Solo and everyone else is done feuding over the Ulafala and the Bloodline and all that stuff, where do they go? What does Solo do? Is it always going to be this Bloodline stuff? Anybody ever think about that? Like, what happens with... I don't know. Bloodline stuff goes on forever. It can't go on forever, man. Yeah, it can. There's more NOIEs out there, isn't it? Yeah, there is. We have a couple of more coming in, by the way, as a matter of fact. So, are you right? It may never end. Solo says that Roman Reigns decided to challenge him to tribal combat on January 6th. He says if Reigns wants to challenge him, then he's in. He promises to leave his bloodline behind as long as Roman does the same thing. But he will walk in and walk out as the tribal chief. He says he will still be the head of the table and the Ulafala after January 6th. Then says after he defeats Reigns, he can hop back onto his boat, sail off to his island of relevance, and acknowledge him. I don't know. Get on your boat and leave. Sounds like some sus words, man. I'm going to watch that, Solo. Drew McIntyre's had enough of this, though. Drew comes out, slowly makes his way down to the ring. He stares down the Bloodline, and he grabs the mic. Solo tells Drew that he was happy with what he did to Jimmy last week. But McIntyre better have a good reason to be in the ring to interrupt him right now. Solo didn't appreciate that at all. Drew says he'll keep it quick in order to not launch an attack on Sikoa, then asks him if he ever wonders when he'll be coming for him. Says, bro, you ever wonder when I'm coming for your ass? McIntyre says Solo cost him the WWE Championship at Clash at the Castle in 2022. Didn't forget. He says Solo did stand up to Reigns and was the only one brave enough to do so. And because of that, he feels torn. Jimmy then blindsides Drew with an attack as LA Knight, Andrade, and Apollo Crews run down to the ring to go after the Bloodline. If you remember back, Apollo Crews was entering the building through metal detectors for some reason. Solo didn't like having to wait in line because Apollo was taking forever. Jumped him in line. Cruz said, "What are you doing?" Bloodline kicked his ass. And now, just like that, Cruz is injected into the Bloodline feud. I'm sure that Apollo Crews will get a W tonight against the Bloodline. They go to commercial break. The bell rings. After we come back, Cruz connects with a gorilla press on Tamatonga. LA Knight tags in and delivers a twisting net breaker to Tama and goes for a pin, but Tama kicks out. Andrade tags in and fires off a stomp on him. Then tags Cruz back in and double teams on Tama with Andrade. Cruz continues wearing down Tama and tags Andrade back in. Cruz and Andrade then fly to the outside. Tama and Jacob Fatu as Knight dares Solo to come in. Is it just me, or does it just feels like LA Knight? It feels like LA Knight is just channeling his inner rock when he does his promos. Maybe he's just cadence. You know, I hate trying to compare anyone who does a decent promo in WWE to The Rock, but it really, really, really feels like just the way that the way LA Knight conducts his promos, it feels like he's seriously channeling his inner rock. Maybe it's just me. We come back from another break. Solo sends Cruz crashing into the corner and tags in Fatu. Jacob delivers a body slam to Cruz and then looks to follow it up with a senton. Cruz gets his knees up and tags in Andrade. Andrade hits the Meteora on Fatu in a corner and goes for a pin, but Fatu kicks out. Andrade ascends to the top and connects with his signature moonsault on Fatu, but Solo makes the blind tag and delivers a 1D to Andrade with Fatu using the top rope. He sends Andrade crashing into the ring post and holds up the Ulafala. Fatu then delivers a Samoan drop to Andrade back into the ring. Another commercial break. This was a very commercial break heavy match, man. Very. More than usual. And that's saying a lot. They get back from break. Fatu looks to land a hip attack onto Andrade until Andrade moves out of the way, though, and then rocks him with an enziguri, tags in Knight. Tama tags in Knight, levels him, and then fires off, stomps on him into the corner, connects with a clothesline on Fatu on the apron. He then hits the net breaker on Tama and then tags in Cruz. Cruz delivers a frog splash to Tama and pins him, but Tama kicks out. Cruz transitions into a crossface to Tama, but Shinsuke Nakamura sends Knight crashing over the announce desk with a jumping knee while a referee had his back turned. Solo breaks up the crossface and then tags himself in and connects with a hip attack, spinning Solo on the Cruz before landing the Samoan spike for the win. Bloodline clearly gets the W over Cruz and Knight and Andrade. What'd you expect? The match was fine. I mean, it's not anything that anyone needs to go back and watch. If you decided to opt out on this show, this match is not going to drag you back to go watch it. Again, it's a taped show. We're all aware of it, you know, and it is what it is. And I said it earlier, I'll say it again. I don't mind the taped shows if it gives the talent time to go be with their family for the holidays. You know, we'll take it. You know, it is what it is. We have the Waller effect. Waller introduces Braun Strowman and makes his way down to the ring. Waller says it was nice of Strowman to give some merchandise out to the fans. Strowman came out dressed as Santa Claus. He was Santa Braun. You know? Strowman says he was just trying to spread some Christmas cheer. Waller then proposes an alliance between him and Theory and Strowman. But before Strowman can answer, Carmelo Hayes' music hits. He makes his way out to the ring. He says he wasn't ready for his match against Strowman last week, then demands a rematch against him. Strowman accepts. I mean, again, house show quality. We just had this match last week. We literally just had this match last week. But again, I'm not giving them a pass because it's a tape show for the holidays. I will still point out the crap that no one really cares about. But again, if they give us too much of anything, it would just leak out to the spoilers and no one would give a shit about it. So, I mean, clearly they were in absolute cruise control for this show. The bell rings. Carmelo connects with a kick to Strowman's thigh. Strowman no-sells it. He connects with an open palm strike and then trips him and follows it up with a Hurricane Rana. Hayes low bridges Strowman out of the ring, but Strowman levels Hayes with the boot on the outside as the referee beats a 10 count. Hayes gets into the ring before she can complete, but Strowman doesn't. Carmelo Hayes wins via countout. Boring, right? But again, the match made sense because Hayes wanted a rematch. He wasn't ready. Strowman said, sure, I'll beat the crap out of you. Strowman pretty much no-sold all of Hayes' offense. But Strowman just kind of forgot about the ref's 10 count. Didn't get back in the ring in time. So the big, strong guy is too stupid to make the 10 count is basically what they're telling us. So I guess Carmelo outsmarted Braun Strowman. The match sucked. The storyline was sensible. It wasn't exciting. It is what it is. Back from the break, though, we see Carmelo Hayes in the back. He's trying to get the hell out of town. Now he's running for his life. He's scared because he just won a match against Strowman. He didn't cheat. Strowman got counted out, but he fears for his life. So he's running. Then they show Strowman looking for Hayes. Hayes kind of, outsmarted him again. And he hit Strowman with a chair from behind. Strowman's not having a good night. Hope he has a Merry Christmas as well, though. Back at ringside, we get Alex Shelley. Makes his way down to face Johnny Gargano. In case you didn't know, DIY has turned heel on the Motor City Machine Guns, and the Motor City Machine Guns are not happy about it, bro. Why would they be? The bell rings, and Shelby wastes no time firing off rights on the Gargano. He rains down more of them in the corner, but Gargano responds with a chop in the corner. Shelly flies off to the top rope to land a knee on the Gargano, but Gargano fires off stomps on Shelby in the corner. Shelly delivers a jawbreaker to Gargano off of the top rope, then connects with a kick on him on the outside of the apron, and then flies to level him. They take that into a commercial break. Shelly delivers a jawbreaker to Gargano. Johnny pins Shelly, but Shelly kicks out. Gargano and Shelly then exchange strikes, but Gargano connects with an enziguri and sends Shelly crashing into the middle turnbuckle. Shelly sends Gargano crashing into the middle rope with a flatliner, but Tommaso Ciampa hops up on the apron. Chris Sabin emerges from ringside and chases Ciampa around the ring, opening the door for Gargano to pin Shelly for the win. Clearly, the DIY and Motor City Machine Guns feud is far from over. I like the dynamic of those two teams. A heel DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns. Dan, you take my money on that one, man. Just like any other match, though, I don't know how many times you can do it and keep it interesting, but those four guys can work. They're familiar with each other. They know the business. They have the chemistry. They could kill it. It's like a different version of the Usos and the New Day, man. Those two teams can knock it out of the park whenever they need to. So, I believe they had just a straight up match for the first one. I can't wait to see what they do for the next title match. What kind of stipulation they have. See where they go from there. Bianca Belair and Candice LeRae. I'm sorry. We got Bianca Belair and Naomi versus Candice LeRae and Nia Jax for the women's tag team championships, bruh. Jade Cargill is dead. They don't know who attacked her, and they have no idea where to start looking, who would have done it, or anything of the sort. That being said, we have Bianca Belair versus Naomi, who's happy to step right in and help out Bianca with no tag partner. I wonder if they're going to ever catch who beat up Jade Cargill. I don't know. But Naomi has benefited from Jade not being here. And she's going to step in and be the tag partner of Bianca Belair. Who attacked Jade, though? So weird. I don't know. But Bianca and LeRae begins the action. The bell rings. The two lock up. Candice delivers an open palm strike to Bianca, but Jax and Naomi tag in. Naomi and Belair double team Jax, but Jax sends Naomi crashing into the mat and goes for a pin. Naomi kicks out. Jax sends Naomi's head repeatedly bouncing off the mat. That had to hurt. They go to commercial break. When we get back, Belair rains down right hands on Candice in the corner. Jax levels Belair with a Samoan drop, then wears her down with a shoulder submission and sends her crashing into the ring post. Candice wears down Bianca in the corner, and Jax continues wearing her down with a submission. Candice tags in and connects with a drop kick to Belair as Jax sends her crashing onto the mat at the same time. Nia tags back in, but Bianca takes down her and LeRae. Naomi tags in and connects with a springboard enziguri onto Nia. Naomi delivers a boot to Jax's head and sends Jax crashing into the mat with a face buster. Naomi sends Jax crashing into the ring post, shoulder first, and looks to fly, but Jax moves out of the way and sets up for an annihilator. Naomi avoids it. Tiffany Stratton comes down to ringside, but she's not sprinting down a la cash-in vibe. She's just taking her tiffy time just to walk down the ramp, you know. She opens the door for LeRae to land a tornado DDT on the Bianca. Belair takes down Jax on the outside as she gets into a verbal exchange, opening the door for Naomi to deliver a split-legged moonsault onto Stratton for the win. Winners. And still-ish tag team champions, Bianca Belair and Naomi. Now, I don't know how this works, all right? I'm not going to lie. I don't know if they covered this some other time, but I don't know if Naomi is now the interim champion or what. I mean, this can't be like a Freebird rule type deal. It's not like Naomi was already in the crew. I don't know if Bianca has the ability to anoint Naomi as the interim women's tag champion. Not quite sure how that goes. But Naomi, who I'm sure had absolutely nothing at all to do with whatever happened to Jade Cargill. That's just all a coincidence. But it does appear that Naomi is the one to benefit the most from Jade's absence. I don't know. What do you guys think? Are they setting us up for a swerve? Are they setting us up to are they trying to lead us to believe that clearly it was Naomi? That clearly it was Naomi that attacked Jade? Or are they putting us through a swerve? Was it someone else? Was it Bianca? Was it Bianca and Naomi? I don't know. I don't think it'd be a good idea to turn Bianca against Jade, making Jade the babyface and Bianca the heel. I think if they're gonna split them up, I think Jade needs to be the heel because she's not gonna necessarily get over on Bianca. I don't know. It's kind of weird, man. I don't know how they're gonna play this one off. Is Jade actually hurt? I keep hearing contradicting reports about if Jade Cargill is actually hurt, or if it's a 100% work, or if she needed some time off for something. You know, I heard from a couple of, and all the sources that I keep hearing from are supposedly credible that she's fine, and then credible sources that say she's actually injured. I couldn't tell you, man. I couldn't tell you. But I do think it will be a mistake to turn someone heel, to turn Bianca heel against Jade. So it'll be interesting to see how they play this out. It was kind of abrupt. It was kind of just, it has to be some kind of injury because it was just out of nowhere that they took Jade off of TV. Jade is going through something, says Hot Topic. What does that mean? She said she has personal at-home issues. She needed to be off TV. Is that it? Or is she actually injured? I don't know. I don't know. But I think it's a bad idea to turn Naomi or Bianca heel at the cost of Jade. And look, take that back. I take that back. Naomi turning heel on the two of them would be just fine. But Bianca turning heel on Jade is a bad idea because I think a babyface Jade is just not the way to go. I don't think she's over enough to carry a babyface role in a feud against Bianca. I think Bianca will big league her and probably get the cheers, as a matter of fact. Jade needs to be the one to actually go heel in terms of an actual breakup right there. Guys, I don't know how this guy manages to turn these SmackDown reviews into 2-hour reviews. But I've covered the whole damn show. Gave analysis on all of it. What the fuck is this dude doing, man? What is this fucking dude doing? Yeah, let's play that. There we go. There we go. We're going to wrap this one up, bro, because that is it. That is today's show. We're going to get to the super chats. This is going to take a while. Let me pull them all up here. Hold on. Gotta wait for them to finish downloading. Hollywood Eric with the 9-month anniversary. Bro, you just had the Taco Cruz baby, man. You were pregnant with the Taco Cruz baby and you just gave birth. 9 months. Congratulations, Hollywood Eric. Says, celebrate my 9-month anniversary with you, my Taco King. Glad I'm here for this SmackDown review. How's the family doing? I acknowledge my Taco King. I graciously accept. I appreciate you, bruh. You and all of you guys out there. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Tony Brown. My main man, Tony Brown. 17-month Taco Crew membership, bruh. 17 months. Tony Brown says, hey, young Jesse. Been rolling with you for 17 months, and I eat tacos, especially Mariah Mays. Tony Brown just got us demonetized. He low-key snuck that in there. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek at something. Your boy is working on content. All right. I'm working on content to upload, and it's going to be coming fast and furious, man. One of the things, though, that I was thinking about doing is a video of me making my tacos. What would you guys think? What would you guys think, man? I can do my chicken tacos. I can do some steak tacos. Maybe I'll do them both, separate videos. Who knows? I want to set up the cameras and the lighting and all of that stuff before I do it. But I'm thinking about doing that too. But I'm going to have to find a way to incorporate some wrestling into it because I want to make sure I keep appeasing the YouTube gods. So I want to keep the content in line with my other content. I'm thinking about it. Johnny Boy Vaccaro with the $5 super chat says, the tag champ choosing a sub should work. Chelsea did it with Piper Niven. Jade injury is more over than the women tag division. Yeah, I get it. I mean, at the end of the day, Johnny, it's all kayfabe, you know. Anything would work if they explain it to us and give it to us correctly. You know, it's about how you deliver it. It's not about, you know, if it'll make sense. You tell us if it'll make sense. You make it make sense. You know, that's your job as a creative writer. You make it make sense, and we'll take it all in. You know, if it doesn't, we'll be right here to let you know. Guys, that is gonna do it. Make sure YouTube is not lagging on me. They're good for that. There we go. That is it for the SmackDown review. Leave those thumbs ups, man. Leave those comments. Let me know what you guys think. If you're watching this on demand, leave a comment down low. Subscribe if you are not subscribed. As a matter of fact, if you are here right now, let me talk to you guys for a second. If you're here right now and you're normally not here, thank you so much for being here. Now, please hit the subscribe button. I know that not all of you are subscribed. If you could do me a favor, do me a solid, hit that subscribe button. It helps out everything. Be much, much, much appreciated. Guys, that is the show. I hope you guys, if I don't see you between now and Christmas, I genuinely hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas. I'm dead serious from the bottom of my heart. Me and my family have had a rough year. So we are happy to see this year come to a peaceful close. And my family to yours, we wish nothing but the best for all of you. Thank you for being here and helping us in everything that we do. Next year is going to be a big year for us, man. Next year is going to be a very big year for us. And I can't wait. I can't wait to show you guys what I got on tap. I'm kind of saving it for the new year. And it's going to be great, man. We're going to have some fun doing it, man. That is it, you guys. Thank you so much for joining. I will see you guys next time. Maybe I'll pull up something for New Year's Eve. Not sure. My name is Jesse, a.k.a. your very own one and only Chitown Smark, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.